I've been tending at windmills, as they say in English, for a long time in the past months to deal with the breaking up and parting, and now it's easy that I'm out, in spite of the fact that I have some I still have some, memories, thoughts, and some moments you have relapses, but all in all, I'm out of the woods, and I'm thinking, I saw a lot of things, and I came to the conclusion, is it easier to make somebody who break up with you changes their mind, or is it easier for you to get over it? I know it's very logical being love and it's not being logical, but we can force ourselves to do something just because we know that it will be better for it. And I came to the conclusion that somebody broke up with you and you didn't have the chance to discuss, or the other person didn't try to understand where you're coming from, what the problem was, and you didn't do together what it should have been done to make the relationship work. Because basically, if two people like each other, until the point they break up, it's difficult to find, this mutual liking. But the moment you break up, or the other person breaks up with you, all this trust is over. I mean, people should never break up unless they are 100% sure that the thing doesn't work. If this doesn't work, it's not, well, okay. But the problem is one of the two is convinced that the thing could work. That means they still love the other person, that when you love, you think the thing could work. Because love makes you want the other person, and you convince yourself that if you want something to go on, you cannot want it, and you convince yourself that it could work out. The problem is, once it's not that the relationship should work like before. The problem is that the person who has been on the receiving end of the breakup, it's very difficult to reacquire the confidence, because you will live with this looming, this overhanging, breakup thing that's always there. Because mainly when somebody broke up with you out of the blue, how do you know it can happen, that this can happen another time? So you should understand all the reasons of the breakup, but mainly when somebody broke up with you out of the blue, this is kind of person doesn't give any reason in the first place. So I'd say everything is possible in life, obviously, but logically and statistically, the best thing you should do after being on the receiving end of a breakup, when somebody breaks up with you, is disappear be out of the radar for several reasons. First, there's an ego part. This person broke up with you, so it's not only you were used, the habit of having somebody with whom you speak, gives you affection, you make love together, and everything is the whole package. You have a problem, you speak with this person, but the problem is that your ego has been hurt. So the best thing is to do is, I haven't done that, but next time I'll do, I'm learning in the school of the hard knocks. The best thing is to disappear. So you did that. I'm not going, and the ball is in your court, just let's say. You shouldn't deal with this person. I know there are tactics and things, but my old reasoning is accept the mourning, accept the loss. Once you accept the loss, which is the most difficult part, you have nothing to lose. So I would say, do not have any hopes, because hopes are the ones that relieve your immediate danger, your immediate pain, but they make this pain last. They prolong the mourning process. I would say that my personal experience, is that once this person has done that, your behavior, even your makeup, will be, as I said before, always on alert. And I say, unless you understood 100% what happened, it's very difficult, because, as I said before, if the other person were the kind of person discusses the things with you wouldn't have underwent a breakout of left field, out of the blue. What's going on? That's the kind of breakup that it's like with Scottish shower. It's something that makes people miserable. It's one of the most, it's in your mind, okay? We know it's in your mind. It's not something like a physical thing that you're gonna die anywhere. No, if you forget, you have also memory. The problem isn't there. It's in your mind. But it's one, I would say, first you have illness that can kill you. And this, believe you me, is worse than losing your job and losing your money. Because it's losing yourself and losing the ability to cope with life. You're miserable. Then you have loss of a job and money and other things, but I would say this is one of the worst things that can happen to people. One good thing, I think, when you overcome one or two of these things, you know that when you are in the mourning process, you don't see the light. But you know, since you overcome other situations, you're bound to overcome also this. Because every time you love, you think this is the love forever. And maybe one thing is, if you don't get rid of dead wood, we cannot leave space for a new love. And obviously, I think that there are some love that lasts more or can last forever. We never know. That's life. Nothing is assured. But I'd say that one thing. First, I said that several times. People who like you, who are interested in you, do not disappear into thin air. People who have feelings towards you, they always show up. That's why I don't care anymore about. I had something with a Greek girl or woman, I'd say, and we get in touch after another breakup had. It seems to attract people who then, after a while, not attracted to me anymore. And maybe it's I'm quite a lonely wolf, and I'm not. I'm a quite difficult person to deal with, in spite of the fact I'm very honest, and in spite of the last girl thought I was cheating on her, which was not truth. That's what made me very sick to my stomach. It's not that she could think that about me, and how could she be in a relationship with me not having understand fuck all about me? Anyway, that's another kettle of fish. Now I'm laughing, but I was not laughing too much. What is the 20th of June, January 20th of June? That means July, August, 70 days. It seems to me ages. I have to tell the story because it's very funny. Well, it's not funny. Strange. Anyway, I tell that once you can be with yourself, you don't need a person in your life, because you're perfectly comfortable with yourself, with your daily life, with your things you have to do, with overcoming other problems. That's the moment that you are ready for a new relationship. It sounds counterintuitive. If you don't need somebody to fix your life, that's the moment you have room in your life for somebody, not just because there's somebody have to fill that room. The room is there, it's clean, and person can appreciate you just because you don't have this codependency. Okay, I had a relation with somebody who didn't care about me a lot, and somebody who over cared about me. Too bad situations. Well, in the second case, I hope that my experience makes me understand. Do not only fools rush in, like the name of the song by Elvis Presley, and smart people rush out. I haven't uploaded and spoken about this in a long time, and this is the first video I speak about this really from an outside perspective, remembering though how miserable I was. I was in despair, then in denial, and then very miserable, and then I mean, it's not a long time. You know, if I think for a moment, okay, But then I discovered this person never trusted me. She broke up with me thinking I was cheating on her. She didn't even we didn't have a man-to-man. Man-to-man means she was a girl, okay, but I say face-to-face encounter. I mean, you cannot do this. The other one on Skype, you break up with me on Skype. Are you fucking stupid? Not even on Skype, with a message on Skype. Not even with a, a video conference. So I guess, I say in English, I can live without her. I can live without them. I need to live without them, and I need to, you know what? I even became a better player, a better singer, because I transform all this ordeals, plights, into art. There is a term for that. I forgot it. Anyway, one rekindled my love for the Greek language, and I went to Greece. And the other one, what did I get from there? I don't know, just experience. So I'd say bottom line is, remember, just act upon what is possible. So what is possible depends only on you, because remember, mark my words, with women there is a human factor. You can do whatever you want, they can't dump you, no matter how good you are, because love is based on several things. They're not logical. You can be the best person in the world. What you are and what she is, they don't fit, they don't match. And she doesn't love you anymore. Maybe it's you, but they don't know. I'm thinking about people who are dumped. So being able to get rid of bad thoughts and getting out of this dejected, miserable, despair situation of despair can be achieved, but you need not to grasp at straws. You need to let it go, really. So better be miserable, but very, very miserable some days. Do not give yourself any hope. Well, many times they come back. Don't hope for that. And even if they come back, don't be in the same situation. For I said I don't rule out anything, but it's very difficult that the problems that were there are not there anymore. And if you had to change a lot to deal with somebody, is it worth it? And is it going to work? Because I'll tell you, you wouldn't change for one person. In the long run, it's bad. You wouldn't want. There are some minor adjustments, okay, but if you have to change the core of your personality, and the other person have to every time to make an effort to make things work, it's not worth it. Because, it's not that we are the only two people on a desert island. Okay, so repeat, it's better, it's easier, and it's better to let it go and let time cure your wounds. Do not have any hope. That's the worst, the most difficult thing to do, at the same time the more effective thing to do. So you better to have a huge fever and then be better. So better to, there's no light. It's like you go Turkey, okay? Don't speak with her, don't see what she does, and you see in time. Believe you me, it takes something I read, and I believe it because it worked, 35-45 days to get rid of a habit. And that's the time. If somebody wants somebody else back, is the opportunity. And the Greek girl contacted me just after 45 days. But I was in a relationship with another one, then I broke with her. I spoke again with, but I'm outside. Other thing, change the picture, change the image. If you don't change the image of you that you have of that person, and you substitute with a new image of a person who dumped you, a person who hid things from you, who didn't discuss problems, who was ready to break up with you, and didn't tell you anything. Because if somebody breaks up with you, believe you me, this person has been thinking about that for days, if not for weeks. So think about that. This person was with me, didn't like me, and didn't discuss the problem, and then dumped me, and did everything behind my back. Think about that. The image of the person is not like before. Okay, I think it was a very good video. Goodbye.